Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to explain to you why and how PLS, HEX, and PulseX, these three coins over here, they've had a great month, yes, but did you know they're actually being censored? They are being gatekept by the powers that be within crypto, specifically cryptocurrency ranking sites. So by the end of this video, I'm going to explain to you how exactly they're being gatekept, how they should be showing up in front of a lot more eyeballs, and how at the end of the day, that's actually not necessarily a bad thing when you think about it. It means there's still opportunity left, a lot of opportunity. So everybody complains about gatekeeping. Yes, it is bad, and I'm going to expose to you, what the real stats are, where things should be, how it should be in a perfect world. But rather than, complain about this kind of stuff, like we've been complaining for years, HEX has been treated unfairly since day one, okay? Since its inception, people called it a scam. Now it's 4 years later, 100% uptime, never been hacked. Doing pretty okay, right? All things considered. And another thing, guys, by the way, there's actually two different hexes now. So we've got HEX on the Ethereum blockchain, HEX on the PulseChain blockchain. So I'm speaking to the choir on a lot of that stuff for you guys, but this is for new people too. We got to not forget that green candles bring in new people that might not understand that. Did you know, EHEX on the Ethereum chain is 1 penny. PHEX is actually worth 1.5 pennies. And wow, it's catching up pretty fast to PHEX at this current time. Now, that's not really the point. Let's get right into it. I'm going to be really quick and concise, but when you're a new person, all right, you're getting into crypto for the first time and you go to coinmarketcrap.com, and I don't even want to go there. I'm not even going to go here on the example. I'm going to go to CoinGecko, the slightly less scammy version of CoinMarketCap, okay? Now, all the data that you got to realize on here is arbitrary, okay? It's up to whatever the company wants, and it's up to, the activism of the participants in these coins to report the right market data. And if nobody cares about reporting the right coin data and nobody says anything, they're not going to bother trying to get the numbers exactly right. But with PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX, for example, we have been messaging CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, maybe a little too much, maybe in the wrong direction, right? They've given us a lot of unfair treatment. And so, a lot of the community in response has said some not so nice things on the internet. And now I know teams in the background, personally, that are working on getting HEX, PulseChain, and PulseX listed where they're supposed to be. But imagine you're a brand new user, okay? This is how a lot of people think. They go to CoinGecko for the very first time, they click here, and they peruse through the top 100 coins on page 1. You know how many people find what they're looking for on Google in page 1? And you know how few people actually go to page 2 on Google? I don't think even Google has pages anymore, but back in the day, that was like the notorious joke. It's like you needed to be on page 1 of Google because, maybe 5-10% at the most of people actually have the audacity to click on page 2. People just don't do it. People are extremely lazy. That's what we got to realize. And so being on page 1 of CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, these coin ranking sites, is pretty important to get eyeballs. It's important to get eyeballs, but it's also important to know that you are ahead of the curve by being here now and being here before PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX are correctly listed in their appropriate places. Okay, so scrolling through here by market cap. All right, what do you see on the market cap here? We've got billions on the market cap. And what do you see on this official GoPulse.com's website? What do you see the market cap is for, let's say, PLS, for example, 1.41 billion market cap. Remember that number, 1.41 billion. That is what a lot of people are calling the circulating supply for PLS. All right, and that's excluding the origin address or the sacrifice address, whatever you want to call it, okay? There is one address that holds a lot of dormant coins in HEX and PulseX and PulseChain. This is just a thing in the Richard Heart ecosystem, okay? There's always just this giant dormant wallet of coins that never sells, but just sits there just in case, for emergency situations. If you include the OA, we're actually at 12 billion, right? But, that's kind of like gaming the system. So, with any coin in cryptocurrency, you can print as many coins as you want, whether or not they belong to anybody, whether or not they just sit in a vault. You can hyperinflate your market cap statistic because market cap is a vanity metric. So I could print, 1 billion coins and I could trade one coin back and forth among myself for $10 and I could just pay myself the same $10 back and forth and say, oh, the coin is worth $10, but there's 10 billion of them. So price times total supply equals 10 billion. Now, does that mean that that's a legitimate market cap metric? No. And that's why market cap is silly and can be gamified, right? So if we exclude the gamified, 90% increase in supply to make that market cap seem abnormally high, that was kind of the game in the early days. And it really is kind of goes to show that market cap is a vanity metric. It's manipulatable to whatever you want to be. All right. But if we exclude that, the origin address owns about 90% of the coins, maybe a little bit less. Excluding those coins, the real circulating supply market cap, this is held by real people with real wallets sitting at home, trading on DEXs, trading online all day long. And remember, market cap is supply times price. So there's 16 trillion circulating PulseChain coins circulating right now on the market. The price is 0.00009, almost back to SAC price, by the way. So trying to be fair, quote unquote, whatever that means, it's arbitrary, right? All of this stuff is so arbitrary, so it's kind of funny the more you think about it. But let's say we don't count the sacrifice coins. We've got 1.41 billion, which would put us, theoretically, it should put us, if we were being treated fairly, it would put us at probably about number 58 or 59. We'd be right where ThorChain is right now. ThorChain's at 1.39 billion. We'd be at 1.4 billion, right above ThorChain. So we'd be on page 1, and we'd be at place 60. Okay, brand new blockchain, by the way, less than 1 year old. Pretty remarkable, but nobody is seeing that. PulseChain should be right here, everybody. PulseChain goes here. Okay? I want to be very clear about that, but you're not seeing it because it's being gatekept. And for a whole wide variety of reasons, people just don't like Richard. Some people argue with public companies online, like the community. We've had a tumultuous past, okay? Our history with these coin ranking sites has not been the friendliest. Now, again, I do know people working towards getting proper listings, getting proper exchange listings, getting proper coin ranking site listings. So I'm actually reasonably confident that they're going to one day be listed on the front page. Now, what you should take out of this is that, I know it's easy to get angry and say, oh yeah, screw those coin market cap guys. No, guys, this is an opportunity to get in before PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX are shown on page 1 to everybody, right? To everybody that watches this website or CoinMarketCap's website. And just to give you some basic data about how many eyeballs are looking at this website every single month. Guys, they have 158 million views. And they're also ranked the 13th highest rank in the total finance category out of all the finance websites out there. SEMrush is ranking them as a global rank of top 500 websites worldwide. So you got to realize that as much as we love to hate on these websites, people go here. People don't realize that, it's not just a good idea to just scroll through the list and pick whatever looks good on page 1 just because it's on here. But that's reality. That's what people do. So you are in here. You've arrived to PulseChain. Congratulations. Before we're listed on the top 500 website globally with 158 million page visits, rank 13 in the finance category. Our CoinMarketCap, again, they're arbitrary. I'm on CoinGecko. CoinGecko's probably got a similar, CoinGecko is about half as good as CoinMarketCap. So CoinGecko, also a very good website. Think about all the websites there are worldwide, guys. Think about all the websites that exist. CoinGecko is the 1,103rd most viewed website. Think about how often people are just clicking this website every single day, refreshing, just got to see those little price feeds of their favorite little coin logos. Okay, people are addicted to these websites. And again, you are in before the proper placement of PulseChain where it belongs rightfully at, again, in between Sui and ThorChain. Now, if we wanted to do the same thing for PulseX, PulseX is sitting at, without the origin address, remember, without the OA, so about 90% of supply removed. And we're being generous to ourselves, right? We're being fair, quote unquote. The market cap would be 567 million. 567 million would put us, well, we might just barely be at page 2. We might be fighting for that page 1 spot very, very soon. It would put us at rank 111, 112. So that means PulseX would easily be on the first page. In a couple of months, if the price ever returns to its sacrifice price, it would definitely be back on page 1, obviously. And HEX, where would little old HEX be? Okay, with a 1.4 billion market cap. Actually, this is weird. It has the exact same market cap today as PLS. What are the odds of that? So the market cap, theoretically, of PHEX should be in the exact same position as PLS. This should also be the number 60 coin, or maybe number 61 coin. So all these eyeballs, all these millions and millions, 78 million, 150 million eyeballs on CoinMarketCap, they should be seeing PulseChain, HEX, and PulseX on page 1. Today, they'd be seeing Pulse and HEX, but in the near future, they'd also be seeing PulseX if the data was being reported properly. And again, this is an opportunity. It's not a setback because people aren't just sitting around doing nothing. Okay, people like myself included are working hard to get these things listed where they should be properly. More exchange listings, all this stuff. We don't live in a vacuum, guys. I want you guys to know, if you're brand new to PulseChain, brand new to PulseX, the community, people are building, developers, People are always working every single day to get more exposure. So while it's easy to sit around and complain that, oh, we're not where we're supposed to be, of course not. We're being gatekept. And yes, it's a problem. I don't like it. But think about it, guys. You're in before the gates are down. When the gates are down, the price is going to be way higher. There's going to be less opportunity. Okay? You might be watching this video a year from now, and we're going to be, who knows? We might be sitting at 20th place on CoinMarketCap. Everything might be all good by then. We might be 100x from here. Who knows? And then one last thing too, guys, with the whole hex price chart reporting. Remember how at the beginning of the video I mentioned that there's 2 hexes? Well, that gets gatekept a lot too. A lot of people, when they go to these coin ranking sites, they only look up 1 hex. They don't realize that there are 2. Now, one thing that CoinGecko actually does pretty okay is, look, when you look up hex, you've got, this is the original hex from Ethereum, and this is the PulseChain version of hex. So shout out to CoinGecko for actually listing both properly. A lot of coin ranking sites will only list 1 hex. They don't even differentiate. So when people pull up hex, they say, oh, look at this hex. Well, it's back at a penny today, 12% up today. But they'll say, look how far down it is. And they'll not realize that there's actually 2 versions. So we can go to the other version and see hex on PulseChain is trading at, let's see, 1.5 pennies. So, hex on Ethereum today is trading at about 2/3 of the price of hex on the PulseChain network. We're talking about 1 penny on ETH to 1.5 pennies, 1.6 pennies on PulseChain. All right. So I want you to understand the difference between all these. And if you ever want the full price history for hex on the Ethereum blockchain, you can always go to hexchart.com. This is going to give you the full chart history. And if you press log in the lower right corner, you're going to see, the full chart history is not necessarily as bad as a lot of people like to frame it as. A lot of people got in earlier and lower than the current price of EHEX. And on top of that, there was a double coin copy when PulseChain forked. I know this is a lot of repetition for people, but for the new people coming in, you got to know the story, the history of how this thing went. When PulseChain launched, Hex launched on a brand new blockchain. And that Hex, that P-Hex, you can find that chart over here. That chart only started about 8 months ago. So this P-Hex chart is a pretty brand new chart. It's actually currently sitting at a higher price today. Look, 1.56 pennies. And it looks a lot different than the EHEX chart, which has had 4 years of history. 100% uptime, by the way, never been hacked and all that. But you got to realize, this chart, P-Hex, is different than this chart, E-Hex. And a lot of times when people do go to the E-Hex chart, for whatever reason, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, they'll cut off a lot of the earlier chart history. They won't show you all this part where it was super duper low. But over here, a lot of people got in over here. A lot of people are still up massively on Hex. So that's a couple of misconceptions about Hex, PulseChain, things that people don't understand. The market cap is being gatekept. A lot of times the price chart information is gatekept. A lot of times people don't say that there's an E-Hex and a P-Hex. A lot of mainstream guys just don't know. It's not like they're trying to always, give you the wrong information. A lot of times they just don't know. So do yourself a favor, get educated about what's really going on and realize that when the whole world figures this out, that's only going to be less opportunity for the price to go up by that time. When the whole world figures out this information, that will be priced in, meaning, hopefully the price will be much higher by that point. Just to show you how bad the reporting is, we can even go look up PulseChain over here. Remember, it was $1.4 billion market cap, right? 1.4 billion. And you even see over here the fully diluted valuation, 12 billion. But what do they show for market cap? They don't even show you anything. They don't even show you a number. Why not? Why wouldn't they even show you a single number? Why would they just leave this number blank, everybody? What motivation do they have? Well, it could be because they're just too lazy to do it right. It could be because they don't want you to see what one of the most up-and-coming blockchains, one of the most highly anticipated, sought-after coins of 2024 and 2025, where it should rightfully be. So in the future, where I see this going is I see the narratives changing. I see relationships being built. I see PulseChain, I see CoinGecko, and I see CoinMarketCap coming around because we're a different community now than we were 3 years ago, 4 years ago. We're more professional. We've stepped up our game. And we've proven that we're not a scam, right? We're not going anywhere. Nobody ran off with all the money. So it's really only a matter of having a formal conversation with these guys, getting the appropriate listing criteria all out of the way, and formally submitting the proper information so that we can get CoinMarketCap listed right. Because remember, all it takes is for CoinGecko to update this one little number, which is 1.4 billion that they're not showing you today, to then put PulseChain on the front page. Today, rank 60, okay? Thorchain, rank 57 maybe, 56. And expose the PulseChain ecosystem to, 78 million eyeballs on a top 1,000 CoinMarketCap top 500 website globally. It's only a matter of time, guys. Enjoy the pump. Looks like we might break through sacrifice price in the next couple of days. I don't have a crystal ball, but educate yourself, do crypto the right way. And if you found this valuable, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, share the video, because it all helps PulseChain go viral, helps Hex go viral, PulseX. Help me, help you, help all of us to pump all of our bags. I'll see you on the next video.